And good morning, everybody. Silas back again today. Well, I guess it's still morning. It's 11:45 right now, so it's morning for about 15 more minutes. I actually wasn't planning on making a video today. I was planning on doing odds and ends things just here and there, and that's what I've been doing all day. But some cool stuff starting to come in, so I thought, you know what, I better just go ahead and get the camera out, and we'll start making a video. And it's going to be a ride along with Silas type of day, and we'll see what sort of adventure we can find. This old truck just came across the scales. This is the main thing I wanted to film right now. I did a time lapse of pulling off some of the chrome pieces off the hood, all the emblems and the chrome strip and all that. I laid them over here. Just odds and end trinkets. These are worth decent money here. I mean, there's not a lot of money there, but a little bit. These here sell pretty good, but it's just getting so hard to ship long stuff like this anymore. Nobody wants to ship it. The post office now charges like an extra $25 to ship something that long, on top of whatever it would cost to ship normally anyway. So it's just getting to the point to where stuff like this is probably going to drop in value so fast you can't see straight. Now there's another website, I forget what it's called. I think it's called Pirate Ship, something like that, and they charge based off of weight, not off of size. So I think that there actually I can ship through them. I want to try them and see how it works. This will be my first test run of that website once I list this and once it sells, so we'll see how it does. But they're easy to package these. All you do is you get a small piece of PVC, and this fits right inside it, and you tape off the ends. You cut it down a little bit to where it's the same length as this, and tape off the ends, wrap a little bit of paper around it when you put it in the pipe. Good to go. I've shipped 1 million of them. It used to not be a big deal, but now with the price of shipping, it is a big deal. The rest of this truck is pretty well junk. I'm just going to go ahead and crush it. It does have more good parts on it. It's got all the chrome around the windows and the drip rail, all that. It's got a bunch of chrome down the sides of the truck, but it's all beat up. It's got screws in it, and I'm not going to mess with it. It's got a few parts inside. I saw this laying here. I'll go ahead and grab this out. That's worth a little bit of money. Everything still moves, just needs cleaned up. I couldn't find the radio bezel, but there's the radio. It's really rusty though. I'm not going to mess with it. And then the instrument cluster is really faded and kind of sun rotted, so I'm not going to mess with it either. But there are a few other parts in there that are probably worth saving and on the rest of the truck, but I'm just not going to mess with it. The rest of this truck is going to go in the crusher. I'm also going to go ahead and crush this old square body. I'm not really going to pull anything off the truck, but this toolbox is a pretty nice toolbox. The latch still works, the shocks still work. I hate to just go ahead and scrap it, so I am going to go ahead and pull it out of here. It needs new rubber gaskets around it to seal it up, but other than that, it's pretty good. I'm up here in the building now. I sold a carburetor. I gotta figure out where I put it though. There it is. It was just hiding back here behind these, whatever these covers are off an old Chevy truck. So that's the only thing I've sold lately. I ran back out here to my place now. I need to put this battery in this Jeep. It's been sitting for a little while and I haven't started it, and the battery went dead. It wasn't a very good battery to start with, so I kind of expect that to happen, but it just now pulled up and it's starting to rain on me. We haven't gotten any rain for quite a while, so I can't complain, but I wish it would have held off for about another hour or so. It's hard to believe. It's like, I think 25 degrees cooler today than it was yesterday, so it's much nicer out. This is some good working weather, other than I think I'm about to get soaking wet. Unfortunately, this is the old battery here. It's got the negative over there and the positive over there. This battery is opposite. It's got positive and negative, and you can't switch it around because it's got these little short cables on it. It's got to have the negative and the positive like that, or else you can't get it to work. So the battery I brought is not going to work. I'm going to have to find a different battery. I'm not going to bother putting the junk battery back in here. It's completely 100% dead. That's what happens when you don't drive enough. I've only put about 3,500 miles on this Jeep in the last 2.5, almost 3 years now, so I've hardly put any miles on it. Runs perfect. Everybody I've talked to wants to buy it for little or nothing, so I'm going to try to probably get it running and run it through the auction one time with a reserve on it. And if it doesn't bring my reserve, I'll probably just go ahead and keep it and make some sort of off-road wagon off of it and tear it up, have fun with it. And when I'm done destroying it, I'll pull the motor out of it, sell that to somebody, and crush the rest of it. But I was only asking $3,500 for it. And I'm kind of shocked nobody jumped on it. Everybody told me I was way too high, that they'd give like $500-600 for it, which is just stupid because that's less than scrap price, but it is what it is. I'm used to it. Since I wasn't able to work on that, what I really want to do is get that moved so I could get that truck bed that's in front of it moved out of the way, get both of these moved out of the way. But since I can't do that, I am probably going to go ahead and move these, but I want to take this big old grain truck, move it all the way out back, move some stuff around in here. I've got that grain hopper over here right there. I'm just going to be cutting that up for wall art, cutting the sides off of it, so I'll take it out back, get it out of the way. And then I got this car here. I'm probably going to go ahead and move it somewhere. I don't know exactly where to put it, but basically what I want to do is I want to be able to park the loader right here, and I want to go get the excavator, and I want to park it right over here. Right now I've got the excavator parked over there with all those cars, and I'm just worried about rats getting in it, mice getting in it, sitting over there in amongst the cars. I mean, I realize it's only, 300 feet from there to here, so it's not that big of a difference, but I haven't started it in a while, so I feel like I need to move it. And then also I just want all the equipment in one location. That way it's a central location. Plus there's people working around up here. The shop's just right over here, so I feel like the activity would scare the rats and mice away a little bit more. And then on top of that, where the excavator's sitting at is all those cars in that area I'm wanting to move. That way I have room to move some antique cars out here from the other yard. That way we can tear that building down. I hope we don't get too much rain because we haven't fixed that roof yet. From the time I'm recording this, it's going to be about 4 to 5 weeks before they come out and get started on that roof. So it's probably going to be the end of September, maybe beginning of October. This cat followed me around all morning when I was out here, and now it's following me around again. You guys have seen this cat in my previous videos. It likes to hop on my trailer when I pull up. But it's eating somewhere. If it was starving, it would definitely look like it. Yeah, where are you getting your food at? Where are you getting your food at? Super friendly cat, but I don't need a cat, that's for sure. But yeah, like I was talking, they're going to fix just part of the building. If you guys watch my previous videos, you already know this, but for those that don't, the big room that I worked on cleaning out here a while back, that I worked so hard and got all that stuff out of there, my dad's going to go ahead and fix that one so he can use that to store some stuff in. And then the building right next to it where I have my Dodge truck, they're going to fix the roof on that one. And then there's one more building to the side of that you guys haven't seen in. I don't think you've ever seen in that one. They're going to go ahead and fix the roof on that one because it's connected to the same roof that Dodge truck is in. So that's all they're going to fix for now. We're just going to tear the back half of the one building down. The whole rest of the building leaks like crazy too, but we just don't have that much money to fix it all. They want like $100,000 to put rubber roofing on the whole building, and that's just too much money. Maybe in the future we'll fix the rest of it, but for now that's all we're going to do. But anyway, I got to get all these cars moved out. I'm going to take them all back there and stack them somewhere. I got to make a place to stack them. But I got all these here. I want to get moved up through here, all the way around this whole area. I want to get rid of all these cars. That way I can take those old cars and kind of line them up over here instead. I got one old car over here already, this old truck. I'll take it out back, get it out of the way. Oh, there's a Falcon over here on the road. I'll take it out back. The little Chevy over there, a guy bought that. He paid me about 3/4 down, and he hasn't been back to get it for however long it's been now, about 2 months. But I'm sure he'll be back eventually. Barracuda, I'm shocked nobody has wanted that car. That is just unreal to me. I mean, people want it, but they want to pay me, scrap price for it. And it just, life doesn't work that way. Okay, I pretty well got the area up there cleaned out, ready to go. I just set these over here for now. You can't really see it on the camera, but my neighbors across the street are burning some stuff and the wind's blowing it over here. And I think they thought it was gonna rain because it's super dry. I can't believe they're burning stuff. But anyway, it's blowing smoke in here and it stinks. I don't know what they're burning, but it's pretty crazy. But what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna hop in the Dodge and I'm gonna drive it up front. I don't like it sitting back here. I'm worried about mice getting in it as well. It's been sitting here for about 4 or 5 weeks now, so I hope there aren't already mice in it. Usually in the summertime it's not so bad, but in the wintertime, if this stuff's sitting around not being driven, it'll attract mice very quickly. I'm pretty excited. It's starting to cool down. I'm starting to think about the junkyard cabin more. I've got some pretty good ideas rolling around in my head of things I'm going to build for that. I just need it to cool down a little bit more because I really don't feel like making videos of camping in a bus and sweating to death and dealing with mosquitoes and that sort of stuff. So probably about another month or so I can finally start working on that again. Here's the test. Let's see if it starts. And the battery's dead. Of course, that's what I get for letting it sit out here. I'm not doing very good. Ran the battery dead in this and the Jeep because I don't drive them nearly enough. And then they just sit out here in the sun and they get super hot and it bakes them, it cooks them. I need to get in the habit, if I'm not going to drive it for a while, of just unhooking the battery. That would be the smart thing to do because even just being hooked up sometimes there's a little bit of a draw on the battery. So I need to start unhooking them. Like I said, I'm not super worried about mice getting in this stuff right now, but we are getting closer to fall, and when it starts getting cooler, that's when they really start building their nest inside of things. And so that's why I want to have them all up in one location. That way I can go up there and I can just fire them all up at the same time, let them run for a little bit and shut them back off. It's a lot easier than having one here, one there, all scattered around. All right, here's the next test. Is she gonna fire up or is she dead in the water too? Oh, she just fired right up, barely even turned over. This is a good running machine right here. I wish I had more time to use it. I love running this thing. The reason why I don't use it a lot though is because the air conditioning doesn't work, and with this glass cab it is hotter than hot in this thing in the summertime. So it's been super hot for the last few months. That's one reason why I have not been using it. But now that it's cooling down again, I've got lots of things I want to do with it, so I'll get it back out and we'll start using it again. I'm a little bit rusty. I forget which pedal does which. There we go. This is what happens when you don't drive it for, it's been 3.5 months since I've been in this thing. Part of the problem is I had it turned around backwards. Now I have it facing the right direction, so it goes the same. The pedals and the tracks line up together. There we go. I got that parked there. I'm going to park the loader right there now, and then if and when I get my Dodge going, I can park it right up here. The Jeep, like I said, I'm either going to try to sell it or I'm just going to absolutely destroy it having fun, one way or the other. But this way everything's all in one location. I got my box truck. As soon as I can get shelves put in that, I can keep stuff stored there. That thing there, I may be having a kind of a collab going on. If you remember from my, I believe it was my second auction vid, there was a guy there I said that's Hardcore Fab. He has a really cool YouTube channel. Check him out. But that's possibly going to be going to him and he's going to do some work on it. I don't know. He and I are going to work that out at some point in the future when he gets a little bit more time. But that would definitely be cool if I could take that camping next year. I've taken it camping one time, but it leaks water. So if he can get it all patched up and get it looking a lot better, that would be absolutely sick to take that thing camping. But I'm going to go ahead and park the loader, put the skid steer up. I still have the skid steer out. I had it out this morning. I'm going to put it inside the barn over there, get all that taken care of, and I think I'm going to go ahead and head out for the day. And good morning again. Silas back today. We got some rain last night. It is absolutely beautiful out here today. It's supposed to get pretty warm this afternoon and start getting really humid, but for right now anyway, it's pretty nice, so I'm going to go ahead and get busy working. But first, last night a guy messaged me and said, would you be interested in this? And he sent me some pictures of them, and he had some really cool ones, and I'm like, you bet. And I made him an offer, and he said, sure. And this is what it was. I got a whole bunch of license plates. I got 3 boxes. There's about 250 license plates here. Bunches of them here. Most of them are 60s to 90s. They're all out of state. There's a few Kansas, but not very many Kansas. Mostly other states. There's a few motorcycle plates. There's an old Oklahoma there. Iowa. I don't know 100% what all's in here. Now, the bad part about it is when I first saw the pictures, he sent me a bunch of pictures, and there were about 5 pairs of old Californias. There was a couple 71s, a couple 72s. There was a couple 1940s, a 41, and then there was a 46 that had a little tag in the corner. And there's some pretty cool old California tags, and they were pairs, and that's what I was most excited about. So I had offered him really good money at first. So when I got there and those weren't there, I was like, oh, wait a second, we gotta renegotiate this. So we renegotiated price, and I got them for a pretty good deal. They weren't super cheap or anything like that. Here's a really cool old one. This is the oldest one in the lot, 1922 Minnesota. We worked out a deal on them. I picked them up. Like I said, I don't know exactly how many are here. I got to go through, and there's a few of them I'm for sure going to keep, and the rest of them I'm either going to sell some, or I'm going to use them to decorate my junkyard cabin. Like here's a whole bunch of Colorados. I don't need that many Colorados, and because if you put too much of the same in there, it's going to look ugly. So I'll probably sell a bunch of those. The really rusty ones, like this one here, what is this? Indiana, the 72 Indiana. There's another one there. Those I'll probably go ahead and sell. And that way I'm just kind of hanging the cooler stuff like that one right there. But I'll have to go through all those later. Right now I am just super swamped with work. I don't have time to do my own thing right now. I have got to get busy working. As you can see, I am pretty well full. This is my gate here, and I've got stuff out to here. I have a little tiny path for people to pull on the scale, and then they have to back off. That's how full it is in here. So I have got to get busy crushing. Well, I was about to fire up the crusher and start crushing, then this came in and I saw this in here, so I thought, let's check it out and see if it's any good. Looks like a Edelbrock. What is this? A Victor Jr.? I don't know if it's any good or not. Look at these big old pins in here. I can't crush those for sure. Look how huge those are. If I was to crush those, that's probably I guess about a $10,000 fine. $7,000 to $10,000. They dock you big time anymore. The other day we sent a car in and it just had one hole in the gas tank, which it was empty, but they still tried to dock us about $1,000 for that just because it had one hole in it. And we complained, and they finally went ahead and paid us full price. I can do this without dropping anything. There we go. I don't know if this is broken or cracked or what the deal is. I don't know why it's in the scrap. I don't see any cracks in it. It's not blown out. No, it really doesn't look bad at all. I don't know, maybe he's just cleaning out a shop and decided to get rid of it. I don't know what the deal is, but yeah, we'll hang on to that for sure. Bonus. Don't see any more good stuff though, so I guess let's get to work. Well, my buddy Skylar just left. I was getting ready to leave for lunch, and he pulled up and he had a bunch of junk in his trailer he's getting ready to haul into the shredder for me. and he had this other stuff, and he's like, hey, you want to buy any of this cool stuff? This is all stuff that he found out there at that auction that we went to last Saturday. He bought the contents of a trailer, and all this was hiding in there. We got a big old visor. This has got to be off of a cab over, because this thing is huge. That definitely won't fit on an old car, but I thought it is kind of neat if a person like sectioned it in the middle and brought it together. It would be cool on an old truck or car or something. Brought a whole bunch of old files. These are really good for the blacksmith guys. They really like these, and an old rasp. Bunches of old brass handles. What I'll do is I'll go through and pull all the little handles off, then I'll just throw the rest in the scrap brass. But there's a few little neat things like that. That's cool. That's kind of cool. That stuff there always sells. Like that. That'll sell. So odds and ends like that. Then he has some just scrap copper and brass. So odds and end pieces like that. You have this in the back. If I can get it up in the air a little bit, you can kind of see in there some sort of porcelain enamel something or another. I don't know if it's off an old freezer or what it's off of, but it's got good patina on it, and I thought maybe somebody could put like a hand-painted sign on that or something. Be good artwork or something like that. Here's an old headlight. I use those in my wall art. What else we got in here? A bunch more scrap brass. Oh, this old filter is just kind of neat. Kmart. That's kind of cool. Here's an old can. Mother's California Gold. It's old. There's no barcode on it, so it's got to be pretty old. Old turn signal deal. Just odds and ends, random junk there pretty much. Got some more. These here are brass. I have no clue what these are. If you know what these are, let me know in the comments. They're a brass rod with a wood handle on the end of it. I have no clue what they went to. Here's a really cool piece here. This is for a bicycle. Turn signals for a bicycle. A headlight for a bicycle. Check out this level. This is from Wichita, Kansas. Sans levels. Tell the truth. Wichita, Kansas. That's pretty cool. I got a buddy that collects Wichita stuff, so that's going to go to him. Got this panel down here off of an old semi that's got all the stickers on it, permits and stuff on it from different states. Let's see what else we got down here. Oh, got some cool headlights, but check these out right here. That's a Kenworth RPM. There's the Kenworth speedometer. And then what do we got here? That's a Stuart Warner RPM. And another Kenworth speedometer. But check out this one here. This is another tack, Kenworth tack. But check that out. You got this thing here, it's just kind of neat, don't know what it is. Here's an old master lock, still in the box with the keys, brand new. Never used. Then there's this here. This is a dryer, but it's an old one. Off like an air compressor. But it's really old. It's an old Stuart Warner. Old carburetor. And then this funky little air horn right here. Thought that was kind of neat too. So yeah, I just cleaned my truck out yesterday and I'm already filling it back up. I got a few catalytic converters in here that I bought as well. I don't know if I'll have time today, but if I don't have time today, then I'll just do it tomorrow. I got a few things put on eBay, but here's a few license plates that I'm going to keep. I just thought that was pretty cool. I don't know that it's worth anything. I just kind of liked it. And then this one here I just thought was kind of funny. Girl. I think it's from 1993. Yeah, it's just interesting. Then I kind of like that 1967 Virginia. I don't know why. It's not really a colorful plate or anything. I don't know, something about the font I kind of like. And then of course I like the 22 Minnesota. I'm going to keep that. This is a matched pair, so I thought maybe there was something. I thought I'd keep them separate. They're kind of on the rough side, but sometimes pairs are a little bit more valuable. These here have a little bit better color to them, not those. Whoops, just dropped one down between the tailgate and the body. But these here are all really good craft plates. They've got good color, they've got cool designs on them. They're just really interesting plates. But I got pictures of 2 lots of license plates and then 2 lots of files, all those files that I just bought from Skylar. I got pictures of all those so I can get those listed and hopefully sell those fairly quickly. I don't have time to list anything else though. Lunch is just about over, so I'm going to go ahead and get the rest of this out of my truck, put it into the unit, and then I'll worry about taking more pictures again later. I got it off there. Of course, my battery on my Sawzall died, and it's almost the end of the day, so I did not feel like charging it. And unfortunately, this is not a high dollar one, which is kind of a bad deal because we paid extra for that van, because usually these are high dollar. But this one here is not. It's only about a $250 one, which will still make money on the van, just not as much as I was expecting. But anyway, with that, I'm going to go ahead and head out for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. As always, I hope you have an absolutely fantastic rest of your day. And remember to get out there and find an adventure. We'll see you next time.